I feel like this is a collective that is about to experience a new chapter in love, okay? New beginning in love, new chapter in love. This is exciting. This feels new. This feels, for many of you, something that you're not expecting, okay? The song is, ooh, ooh, it's magic, okay? So I do feel like this is this energy here of something is either allowing us to see love in a new way, or we're experiencing things either for the first time or it feels like the first time, okay? This feels like something that we're not necessarily fully prepared for, but in a good way, in the best possible way. Yeah, I feel like this was a collective that maybe became a bit disenchanted in love. Like you lost the bewilderment. A lot of that energy was replaced by fear-based anticipation, like consciously bracing yourself for the worst case scenario. I kid. Okay, I shouldn't laugh at your tears, but truly, I do feel like this was a collective that for a long time was like, God, I don't know if I want to do it again, or like, I don't know if I could trust anyone, or I don't know if I want to put myself out there. I don't know if I want to take a chance. Like taking a chance sounds like a horrible idea. So maybe I'll just sit here in my house and hope that someone shows up with snacks, as they do. But yeah, dang, I feel this energy of a collective that is about to experience love in a new way and about to experience a love that feels magical. Yeah, dang, and it's exciting. It's a little spicy. It's exciting. It's fun. A scandalo. It's like, it feels passionate. It feels fresh. This is a fresh energy. Ring my doorbell. It's fresh energy, okay? Some of you could be a fire sign. I have strong fire energy in this collective. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, okay? I feel Sun, Rising, and Venus here. But dang, this is definitely something that feels like exciting and new. And I feel for many of you, this could be a past person, okay? It could be a past person coming in for a new beginning or a new cycle or a new chance. But I also feel for a lot of you, this is something brand new. Like brand new. Something that you've never experienced. And somebody coming in to show you what it feels like to be loved in a different way. Okay? In a different way. Tell me about this person. What do we need to know about them? Oh, dang. This person wears their heart on their sleeve. Okay? Could be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel Scorpio energy here. I feel Aries energy here. Okay? I feel Capricorn energy here. I heard the name David. Okay? I feel the initial D. I feel the initial M. I feel the initial S. Okay? This person is sure about you. They are sure about you. This is definitely somebody who has more confidence. If this is a past energy, who is this person? Okay? If this is a past energy, this is somebody who's now ready to move forward quickly. If this is a past energy, this is somebody who wants to come see you. This could be someone who wants to travel to come meet you. This could be somebody, you could be at a distance from this person. There could be some type of factor around travel. But I feel this energy of like, yeah, someone could have taken this for granted in the past. If this is a past energy, okay, we'll do past and new. If this is a past energy, this is somebody who took this for granted or didn't allow themselves to fully experience all that this relationship had to offer. And I feel like there was a struggle around that. But then I just heard they know you're the best they ever had. It's like they don't question that. They don't question that. And frankly, I don't feel like they've ever questioned that. I just don't feel like they were ready for you in the past. So this does feel fun. This does feel free. I don't feel like this is someone that you would have had a super tumultuous relationship with. Like if you had like a knockdown, drag out, like angry fights, tumult, like tension, karmic energy, like sick, third, fourth, fifth party. Like, I don't feel like this your collective. And that's okay too. Listen, normalize not accepting every collective as your own for your own well-being, okay? For your own peace of mind. But yeah, I feel like this is somebody that you would have had some point of tension with. The primary point of tension here was that this person felt like they weren't ready for you, or there could have been a physical distance or something that prevented them from being able to move forward in your relationship. Okay? Okay. Tell me, what is this person's intentions in coming back forward beyond this new beginning here? Listen, this is not going to be everyone's collective, okay? Like I said, disclaimers upon I'm stacking the disclaimers today, okay? Because I don't want to hear you crying for me, Argentina, in the comments. Oh, you promised me. No. Okay? None of that, okay? You could take that and put it back where you found it, okay? But this is somebody who wants to come in for commitment. This is somebody who wants to come in for stability. This is somebody who wants to come in to potentially marry you. This is somebody who sees a life with you. They want to legitimize this relationship. They want to build with you. They want security with you. They hope that this relationship goes the distance. This is definitely somebody who sees it all with you. Okay? Tell me a little bit more about that tension here in the past. Yeah, I feel like they doubted themselves here. Maybe they feel like, again, because of their circumstances, they didn't have enough to offer you. I feel like it could have been work related. There could have been like a work situation or something in which they were spread too thin. Spread too thin. And because of that, they were somewhat guarded. They weren't allowing you fully in, or there's something here where they were like protecting themselves. Okay. They could have also just gotten out of a relationship before they were with you. But I feel this energy of like work, familial obligation I just heard. Okay. Could have been blocking this person. But they have gone through a lot of changes here. And I feel like they've recognized what is actually important. I do see this energy of the winter time being a rebirth. And now them coming forward for a new opportunity with you. Again, if this is past, definitely feel within this collective. Here are your confirmations. Fire sign energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. I also have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay. I strongly feel this person a D, M, or S, or T as an initial. Okay. I feel like in the past, the issue between you was something to do with work or some focus in other areas that feels like something to do with the past. Okay. Something in which they were distracted. I feel like you and this person have a lot of unfinished business, and this person knows that in some ways they sabotage this, but they felt like they had to. Okay. The song is Relight My Fire. Relight My Fire. Okay. They've done a lot of reflecting here. I feel like this person wants to come back in and reignite things here with you. I don't feel like they were present with you in the past. I really don't. I feel like they were always focused elsewhere. They weren't present. And because they weren't present with you, they weren't appreciating what was right in front of them. Listen, I'm not enabling that behavior, justifying it, explaining it on their behalf, but that's the way they were. It just feels like they were not truly in this. So they weren't really appreciating it for all that you offered or all this relationship was. And I feel like the more time they had away from you as you distance yourself, because I feel for many of you, what you did is you distance yourself. You made the decision to move forward, or you even made the decision to be open to new paths. Even though it was hard, even though there's a lot of things here you feel like you didn't say, or you never got a chance to say. You're like, you know what, I have to move forward. Okay? Zip in the lip. I feel that energy. Like you felt like you had to move forward and not say everything you wanted to say because you felt like you were talking to a brick wall. You felt like this person wasn't going to be honest with you anyways, or there was something they were hiding. Even if you didn't know if it was deceptive, you're like, there's something you're not being fully open about. Like you can just sense that there wasn't transparency. I feel within this collective, but you also didn't want to like shake this person down for the truth. You'd be like, excuse me, bringing them into a dark room with one hanging light bulb just swinging in front of their face and be like, where were you on the date of December 14th? It's like, no, you don't want to interrogate this person. You didn't want to waterboard this person. You're like, I can't. Okay. You take your truth and you go forward with it. Go north, westward bound with your truth. I will not follow you. I will not be behind you. Okay. In my horse and buggy, trying to seek that truth out of you. You're not going to do it. You weren't going to do it, and you still won't do it. You're waiting, if anything, just for this person to come forward and re-engage things, but I don't see you at this moment really focusing on them at all, to be honest. I feel like you'd be open to maybe friendship with this person, or this person potentially sorting things out with you, or some type of closure, or just like a conversation, so you know, like, oh, they're still alive, oh, they're still okay, but like, other than that, yeah, I don't really feel like you're seeking anything from this person. Okay. So I feel like it's going to be a surprise, because for most of you, I feel like in the next few weeks, you're going to get a very different energy from this person, a very different energy. Most of you are not prepared for it. You are currently protecting your energy. You are currently focusing elsewhere. You are currently keeping it sweet, petite, okay, and discreet. You're not saying anything. You're very quiet. You're very tight-lipped, as we say, okay? You've made a choice to move forward in your life. You feel much more confident in doing so. You are definitely standing your ground here, standing on business. You're on your independence at this time. Some of you are focusing on your work, career, money, honey. This could also be your own business. I feel a lot of you feel stronger than you've ever felt. Not even relative to love specifically. Oh, girl, you knew I was. But listen, the other thing I like about your energy right now, I don't even feel like you're noticing what this person's doing at all. Many of you, you've recently changed your routine. So maybe you're going to bed earlier, okay? Maybe you're waking up earlier. It's like you're taking better care of yourself. You are really prioritizing everything else in your life other than love or romance. And not to say that you wouldn't be open to the right partner coming forward, but I feel like right now you're really focusing on just like letting cycles close. Some of you aren't even noticing when things are removed from your life because you're like, yeah, okay. As it should be, right? Like essentially understanding the principles as to how these things work at this time. You have evolved. You have evolved. You have transformed. You're like, okay, yeah, that's supposed to be done. That's supposed to be gone. Like, good riddance. Okay, good riddance. Vaya con Dios. Go with God. And that's okay. That's okay. Okay? The cycles are closed, but not your heart. I love this for us. Okay, I love this for us. But yeah, I feel within this collective, this is somebody who is about to come forward. And they're going to do so in a very different energy. And I feel for a lot of you, it's because you are definitely in this very magnetic energy at this time. And I want to, I want to talk to you for a moment about a timeshare. No, I want to talk to you about, you can go for 3 hours a year. And it only costs you 17 payments of $47,000. And it's totally worth it. Okay, it's in Florida. It's on this little swamp. Great view of the other swamps. No, I was kidding. This is definitely someone that's seeing you in a new energy. Okay, seeing you in a new energy, somebody who's seeing you in a state in which you are very magnetic. And I'm going to talk to you about magnetism, because magnetism is not what you think it is. Magnetism does not mean you're walking around with your head held high and like, huh, you know, like giving yourself that false confidence and that bravado and being like, you know, keep your head held high, polish your crown. Like, that's not real magnetism, right? That's false confidence and bravado. A lot of the times that's inauthentic. Okay, inauthentic. What magnetism is you being yourself fully and allowing whatever to come, to come. Allowing whatever aligns to align. That's magnetism. Magnetism is when your inner world matches your outer world. Okay? Magnetism is when you show up as yourself, not people pleasing, not dimming your light, okay, not playing small, not diminishing yourself, not showing up with pretense or posture or positioning yourself to be appreciated or validated in any way, okay? That's the energy you're in right now. You're in a very magnetic energy. This is a very stable energy. Why? Because you're not changing your energy depending on the people around you. Or depending on the circumstances that are happening outside of you. True magnetism. It's stable. It's stalwart. It's secure, right? It's ongoing. It's consistent. It's something that you could always lean into when you need to. This is a very attractive energy. Okay? This is a very attractive energy. Most people are not able to stay in this energy because, again, we go back into those old tendencies of habits of seeking out that validation, the interest, the intrigue of those around us. You are not in that space right now. So not only are you attracting this person back with more conviction and intention, I feel for many of you, you have new partners. Damn. Could be multiple, could be multiple new partners that maybe you're not even aware of. Maybe you're not even aware of, okay? You could have a lot of people dwelling on you right now. And I'm not saying that in like a really gross, like tarot hook kind of way. Like, you know, like tarot talk when they're like, so many people are obsessed with you. They just can't stop watching you. And there's like 52 people watching your social media and they just cannot stand how obsessed with you they are. And it's just like, it literally, they eat, sleep, and breathe you. Like, and it's just like, you are their entire process. No, not in that way. Okay. Cause that's also, sorry, I couldn't even do that in the straight face. But I feel like for a lot of you, it is just this natural byproduct. Okay. Of you being in this very confident, assertive energy and doing so in a way that actually feels true to you. Okay? And I feel for many of you, like I said, you do have one person who's incoming or you could already be talking to this person. And there's also a past person here I feel like who's coming in with confidence. Yeah. Are you even interested in dating this guy? Are you even interested in dating? Do you even want anyone in this collective? I feel like you're kind of playing with these people. It's like, I feel like you're kind of playing with them or like just having fun with them. Like, are you even wanting this in this class? Ain't that the rub, right? Ain't that the irony of it all? When it's like, you're not even interested. You're just like, whatever. Cool. Okay. Meh. Like, whatever happens, happens. That's when people are like, I need you in my life. I have tattooed your face on my face. Please accept my offer. And you're like, meh, whatever, sure, like, I guess we can do something, you know, I'll respond to your text in less than 6 to 9 business days, but I don't know about more commitment than that. Okay, yeah, I feel for a lot of you, I don't even know if you're really even interested right now. The song is Love Lost. Interesting. Is this a collective that just wants to let there be a moment of rest after a period of love lost? Is this a collective that's trying to question whether they're even open to opening the doors of the past? I feel within this collective, maybe that's it. Maybe you're like, you know what? I need to take some time to pause and reflect and determine even if I am open to reopening any doors, or even if I want to be able to open up a new door. I feel like that's where you are within this collective. It's kind of being like, yeah, you're in this place of self-examination. You're in this place of self-examination. And some of you are being very conscious, especially as we move from the winter season into the spring season, okay? The winter season into the spring season. And we do so with this conscious awareness of the fact that we now have a new level of authority, sovereignty from the winter season. This awareness of what's in our power, okay? This awareness of the fact that we can make the choices that are best for us. Moving into the spring season, it's like now we're slowly opening our heart, but we're opening our heart with discernment. We're opening our heart with this conscious awareness of what we still need to protect, what actually feels true, what actually feels aligned. Or what feels like it would be us forcing something, or again, accepting something that requires us to compromise ourselves, or to allow ourselves to be force fit into that old identity, which many of you are actually healing to move beyond. Okay? So tell me what this collective needs to know if they should reopen the door from this person from the past. Damn. I feel for a lot of you, you've already made a decision with this person from the past. And do you know what's so interesting? Okay, do you know what's so interesting? I don't even feel like the decision you made was specific to this person. Okay? I feel the decision you made was relative to your desire to expand. Let me break that down for you a moment. Okay, let me break it down for you for a moment. Okay, pick up, bring the beat back. For most of you, the decision you made in this relationship was, going forward, I need to be able to experience love that feels of a higher elevation, love that is aligned, love that feels true, love that is going to be able to provide me true connection, stability, security, partnership. Right? So your choice to move beyond them was not about them specifically. It was about the fact that as a concept, you weren't receiving what you wanted. Like, as a principle, you were not happy in this place and space. And you knew that they were part of that. But again, that they reflected a larger pattern. So within this collective, it feels like you've already made a judgment call here. So for some of you, you've even said this. If this person came back and came forward correctly, and they did so with solid intentions, you may accept them back if you saw that they were willing to put in the work. But for a lot of you, you've already made a decision to expand beyond this and to discover beyond this. And there is a deep level of wisdom that you've gained here, that you don't want to sacrifice. Like you don't want to potentially deplete your energy. You don't want to potentially even lose some of the insight that you've gained or the wisdom that you've gained, or move yourself into a place in which you regress to that prior state in which you would have accepted that unequal treatment, lack of reciprocity. Okay, so yeah, there is this energy of expansion here, an energy of expansion that feels true to you. But some of you are being a little bit impatient with this. Okay, some of you are being a little patient, even though you aren't necessarily focused as much on love, and you are in the right space energetically. Some of you feel like you should feel better in this time than maybe you do. Some of you, even though you've made the right choice for yourself, and maybe again you're not really centering love, there's a big part of you that's like, well, I still don't feel appreciated overall by life right now. I still don't feel like there's like this feeling of being of there being gratitude for my offering to the world. I feel within this collective, that's where maybe there's still a little bit of a challenge or a little conflict, is the pulse point in between like wanting to move forward and be patient and maintain our composure while you attract the partnership you've deserved, but also being able to show yourself that appreciation and not needing to have that appreciation external to you. Okay? So yeah, some of you maybe feel a little bit disjointed or disconnected because you're like, I know I'm making the right decision, but why don't I feel all warm and fuzzy? Okay? And that's a natural part of the process. Let's see, what's the musical message here? Song, Can't Buy Me Love. And this song too. Am I ready? Am I ready to be loved? Are you ready to be loved? Okay, I feel like that's a question you have to ask, right? Because for many of you, it's not just whether you're ready to choose the right partner. It's whether you're ready to actually receive from the right partner. And for many of you, for a long time, that was a struggle. It was a struggle. Receiving openly and from a place of trust. Because many of you were taught at a very early age that love was something that you had to earn or be worthy of. And it does feel like this has been a challenge on your healing journey to be able to even identify your own contributions to past relationship patterns in which you accepted unequal treatment because that actually felt better for you. Okay? I'm gonna call some of you out right now in the most loving way possible because I love you. Okay? Some of you actually preferred to get less. Let's be real with ourselves. Some of you actually wanted to receive less because that felt safer to you. Some of you were like, you know what? I'm going to consciously even or subconsciously seek out relationships in which I'm going to be the one that is the giver. I'm going to be the one that is the supporter, the lover, because that feels like a safe position for me. Okay? At least I am assured of that position. I will have optimal job security. Because who doesn't want someone around that does everything? Okay? Who doesn't want someone around that? But then what you found is you were actually attracting endings of relationships as ultimately the moment that you started to ask for what you really needed, all of a sudden those energies were repelled. Okay? But now within this collective, you are now learning how to ask for what you need. You are foraying into this new world of the spring season and new love. You're no longer confused about what you need, but some of you, there is still a little bit of a tenderness there. Okay? A little bit of a tenderness around how you can receive safely and whether we can do this whole thing again, but in a completely new way. Like we said at the beginning of this reading, we are embarking on a new chapter in love. And for many of you, it is very uncertain what you will encounter. Insecurities may come up. Doubts may come up. Your growth may be tested. And for some of you, there's a fear around that. Your growth being tested. Maybe there's still a part of you that doesn't know if you're embodying this. Okay, but you are. You are. You maybe haven't had an opportunity to prove that because you've been a bit isolated in your energy, as you should be. Understandably so. In the period of healing, what do you think you're going to be doing that? Outward in the public? Just in the city square? Tar and feather me in the city square. For most of you, you've been understandably in hermit mode. You've isolated yourself. You needed to be. Okay? But now, you are in this phase of metamorphosis in which you are now embarking upon the outside world. Okay, we're in the outside world. You are opening your wingspan and you are allowing yourself to fly. But flying is scary, right? There's uncertainty, there's fear. Where am I going on this journey? Okay, how do I navigate this journey? Do I have confidence in myself? For many of you, that's the path here. It's about acknowledging that going forward doesn't automatically bring fulfillment. It sometimes brings painful growth. Having to experience that by navigating this world in which we're now having to connect to energies through this new identity. Okay? But on the other side of those periods of tests, you also now have relationships that are highly fulfilling, highly supportive to you. Okay? So, advice for this collective regarding this past energy. I feel for many of you with this past person, okay, for a lot of you, as much as you do still look back to this relationship as formative, for a lot of you, you actually perceive that relationship as something that you don't feel like can bring you joy. You don't feel like that person can make you happy or that you will be able to be happy in that relationship. And you're not convinced that they can change within this collective. You're convinced, even if they come back forward, you would have to give something up. You would have to compromise. You would have to settle. You would have to sacrifice. And you're not willing to do that. And to that I say, chin chin. Okay. To that I say, salute. Okay. To that I say, you got this. Keep moving forward. That's the right approach. That's the right mindset. Okay? Any other insight here into new love for this collective? Woo! Did I just heard that? 1 second. Okay, I almost died. But I didn't. Okay, so new love. I literally almost died. I had a weird tickle in my throat out of nowhere. I feel like that spirit telling you need to wait on new love. Okay? No, I'm good. It's just like a weird tickle. You know when you get it? Okay, we don't need to describe we don't need to describe how it feels to have a tickle in your throat. So anyways, throat chakra, new love, throat chakra, okay? Heart chakra, root chakra. Moving forward, stand your ground. Know that you have the worthiness within yourself now to defend all that you desire. And for many of you as well, it's not even about defending so much as it is maintaining. Okay, and what I mean by that is some of you were taught that boundaries were vocalized. Boundaries were like, hey, don't do that, or hey, treat me better, or hey, communicate. When boundaries are, particularly, especially the winter and the spring season, more about you protecting your energy, saying less. Saying less. So I feel like that's what this is about, saying less. And within this collective, knowing that that means really identifying who's worthy of your energy. Really identify who is worthy of you pursuing, even casually. For some of you in the past, you gave too much time to casual energies before you even knew if you liked them. And then ipso facto oxytocin got involved, and Bob's your uncle, Georgette was your aunt, and you were betrothed to them or devoted to them or thought that they were your twin flame or your forever partner, your kingdom spouse, or some other mumbo jumbo, okay? The message here is allow yourself to experience these connections and do so from a place of discernment while also identifying whether there's actual worthiness in investing your energy. Sometimes it's not even worth investing energy and getting to know someone, especially if you don't feel like the two of you are on the same page. There's a limitation to which exploring something is even worthwhile, okay? So for some of you, in the past, you'd be like, oh, well, they're a nice person, I should give this a chance. Even though, let's say, okay, we're going to give you some examples, okay? Let's say it's like someone lived across the country, okay? Or somebody, like, got divorced yesterday, or someone's still married, or whatever case, but you're like, but I feel such strong feelings for them. No, we don't do that anymore. Okay, we don't do that anymore. We don't allow our projections to lead us down the path of no return. We don't allow ourselves to get stuck in relationships that keep us questioning our worth. And we have to identify whether it is worthwhile in investing our energy before we seek to further something. Okay, that is the energy of winter into spring. Hibernation teaches us that energetic conservation is vital to survival. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Hibernation teaches us that energetic conservation is vital to survival, meaning do not overgive your energy to something that doesn't help you survive. If it depletes you, if it drains you, if it takes from you, if it in some way immobilizes you, if it some way impacts your health, your well-being, we don't give our energy there. Okay, we don't give our energy there. We are moving forward and consciously cultivating relationships that allow for balance, that allow us to feel a sense of peace, that allow us to know and trust that it is a worthwhile investment of our energy, okay? For many of you, you are fire signs. We felt fire sign energy throughout this whole collective. But when it comes to new love, I feel for a lot of you, you are going to be evaluating and exploring connections this month into next month. Some of you, it is really about just taking the time, and even if that means going back out there, connecting with energies, and then feeling this call to pull back because you're still not sure if you're ready. That's okay too. Give yourself permission to honor your truth over your consistency. Just because you feel like, oh, I'm enjoying this connection, doesn't mean that you can't take a step back to reflect. Some of you need to recognize where that's actually a scarcity mindset as well. Being like, oh, well, I have someone that likes me. Well, do you like them? Do you like them? Do you want to be with them? Or are you just in this mindset of like, I'll take what I can get, or I should just be happy, or I should just be lucky that this person's interested? Why wouldn't they be? Okay? Why wouldn't they be interested? So for this collective, I actually feel like the next few months is more of you pulling back in love or being self-focused in love and really just being mindful of your energetic utility and determining where it's actually worthwhile to invest that utility and having that to an extent where people can't get enough of you, right? You'll literally be like keeping them back with a cane. That's this energy, okay? Not to say that you have to go against the truth of who you are. Not to say you have to develop this mysterious persona and aura. Like somebody that like says few words and like hides in the house. If that's not you, that's okay too. I'm not advising you to be inauthentic. I'm advising you to honor how you feel this time. I'm advising you to not push yourself to do something just because you feel a sense of urgency due to a fear of scarcity, which is actually coming from the reappearance of an old wound, which is not abnormal. As we move out of a period of heavy healing, those wounds are still raw, right? Those wounds are still raw. So yeah, sometimes something touches them, right? It's like when you skin your knee and it's like healed, but then like you scratch it again, it's like, it's like it's still there. It still hurts a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. Honor that feeling. Don't push yourself through discomfort. Do you know what pushing yourself through discomfort is? That is you abandoning yourself. That's you abandoning your body. That is you stepping out of your body and going, you know what? You got to keep going. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep pushing yourself. That is counter to the way that you want to approach love in the spring season. The spring season is you opening your heart like the flower, okay? Letting it find the sun. But listen, if any point in time, if you want to contract, you contract. If any point in time, if you want to pull back, you pull back. It is your prerogative, okay? That is your sovereignty in action. So, I hope that message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 444 down below.